Solving systems of equation using elimination, lesson 11 notes. Example number 4. For each one of these problems, we're solving systems of equations using elimination, so I'm not going to keep reading that. Number 4, let's figure out what we need to use. So starting with, do we have opposites? No, we do not have opposites. Do we have any identical terms? No, we do not have identical terms. Do we have multiples? Well, anytime you have a 1, you have multiples, because 1 divides into any number. All right, so 1 will divide into any number. Therefore, the 1 and the 2 are multiples. So are the 5 and the 10. 10 is divisible by 5, 2 is divisible by 1. So actually we have 2 sets of multiples here. I'm going to use the 1 and the 2 because they're smaller numbers. So we have multiples 1y and 2y. All right. When you have multiples, you multiply the equation with the smaller term. Since I'm going to use the 1y and the 2y, I want you to lightly box it. Very lightly box it. And the equation with the smaller term is this bottom equation. So that's the one I'm going to multiply. What do I multiply by? Well, that's when I use the opposite of the larger term divided by the smaller term. So my larger term is positive 2y, so the opposite would be negative 2. The smaller term is a 1. Negative 2 divided by 1 is negative 2. So I'm going to multiply this bottom equation by negative 2. The top will stay the same. The top will stay 10x plus 2y equals 6. And the bottom will become negative 2 times 5x would be negative 10x. Negative 2 times 1y would be negative 2y. And negative 2 times 2 would be negative 4. Okay, so again, the top equation stayed the same. And the bottom equation became negative 10x minus 2y equals 4. So let's look at this. What's different about this one? Well, here are the opposites that we purposely got. But by multiplying by negative 2, the x's are also opposites. The x terms are also opposites. So both of the variable terms cancel. When both variable terms cancel, that leaves nothing on this side. Nothing. So both variable terms were eliminated. When both are eliminated, that means what's left on the left side is a 0. What is left on the right side of the equations? Well, 6 minus 4 is 2. Does 0 equal 2? No, it does not. So when you have two numbers that are not equal to one another, that is no solution. And we're done. All right, let's do number 5. Do we have opposites? No, we do not. Do we have identical terms? No, we do not. Do we have multiples? Yes. 10 is divisible by 2, 15 is divisible by 3, so we do have multiples. I'm going to use the 10 and the 2. So the multiples are 2x and 10x. Good enough. All right, so which one is the smaller term? The 2x is the smaller term. We'll do it this way. All right, so since the 2x is the smaller term, that is the equation that I will be multiplying. What do I multiply by? Well, that again is where I use this, opposite of the larger term divided by the smaller term. So what is the opposite of this larger number? Since it's a 10x, in order to eliminate the 10, I need a negative 10. What's the smaller term? The smaller term is a 2. So negative 10 divided by 2 is negative 5. So I'm going to multiply this bottom equation by negative 5. That means the top equation will stay the same, and the bottom equation will become negative 5 times 2x, negative 10x. Negative 5 times negative 3, two negatives will become positive 15y. And negative 5 times 6 is negative 30. All right. So when I look at this now, my x terms cancel, they eliminate, but so do my y terms. They also eliminate. So again, when both variable terms get eliminated, that is nothing left, so I put a 0. Let's look at the other side of the equations. 30 minus 30 would also eliminate, leaving nothing but 0 on the right side. So if you remember back when we did substitution, when you had 0 equals 0, what type of solution do we have? Infinitely many solutions. All right, so let's check to see if we are correct. Let's use the GeoGebra app to see if we are correct. All right. So let's put in the top one. So we've got 10x plus 2y equals 6, and then 5x plus y equals 2. If you look at those, they are parallel lines, no solution. So example 4 is correct. Let's do example 5. So we've got 10x minus 15y equals 30. Then we've got 2x minus 3y equals 6. I'm going to change the color of that just to make it a little bit easier to see the difference. All right, so watch when I take off the bottom equation, put it back on. Notice how they are the same exact line, which means it's coincident lines. And coincident lines are infinitely many solutions. So we are correct for examples 4 and 5. Please pause your video. Make sure you have absolutely everything written down. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask.